I'm young, I'm strong, and I'm just ready to let it all out on fight night.
Ambitious British contender Daniel Dubois will be looking to upset unified champion Oleksandr Usyk, with the world's top heavyweight set for action over the week to come.
This is going to be a real test, Mr. Usyk.
Dubois can shock the formidable Usyk and the world on August 26th and beat the formidable Ukrainian to win the IBF, WBO and WBA titles when they fight in Poland.
You're going to lose your title to this young gun, young man, young, hungry.
Usyk is returning to the ring after 12 months out since defeating Anthony Joshua on points for a second time to defend his unified titles.
And still the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
Usyk has demonstrated vulnerabilities in previous fights, particularly when faced with relentless pressure.
I don't underestimate him. I treat him like I used to treat all of my opponents in the past.
Dubois' youth, strength and determination can threaten Usyk.
Trevor Bryan, there's a great shot from Daniel Dubois.
18 of Dubois' 19 victories have come by way of knockout.
Honestly, I'm built for it and I can handle that.
It appears that Dubois has been working on his hand speed and combination punching because he looks a lot faster than he was in his previous fight last December against Kevin Lerena. He is undeniably heavy-handed, and the power he possesses, along with the timing of the bout, are factors that could lead to Usyk's downfall.
We're gonna shock the world.
Daniel Dubois is confident of dethroning the undefeated Oleksandr Usyk to relieve him of his heavy burden of holding down the IBF, WBA and WBO heavyweight titles on August 26th in Wrocław, Poland.
I've just got to land on his little head. He's cruiserweight.
The younger, bigger, and stronger Dubois is catching the 36-year-old Usyk at the right moment, with him coming off a 12-month layoff since his win over Anthony Joshua in their rematch in August 2022.
This is my way. I have to finish my way, and this is a part of my way.
Dubois must win this fight, as he already lost to Joe Joyce, and he arguably should have been beaten in his last fight against Kevin Lerena if not for the referee giving him a massive amount of slack and watching him get dropped 3 times without stopping the contest.
I've learnt my lessons and I'm ready to take them on, take all them belts.
Surprisingly, many boxing fans are starting to believe that Dubois can get the job done to pull off the upset against the older, smaller and weaker 36-year-old Usyk.
This is Usyk's toughest fight at heavyweight, and Dubois certainly has a chance.
The 25-year-old has always been revered as one of the brightest stars in British boxing, having won multiple titles as an amateur. After turning professional, he would win British and Commonwealth gold.
This is what it's all about, from a little kid to now. And
his big claim to fame is beating Trevor Bryan to win the secondary WBA belt.
this will step me up. I'll become an instant better fighter from this.
Aside from beating Bryan, he is best known for having had some very good rounds against Joe Joyce.
This is the fight game, Dan. You're in it now. Got it?
In the end, the durable Joyce inflicted a lot of damage, which led to a stoppage win in round 10, where Dubois suffered nerve damage and a broken orbital bone.
Joe Joyce by stoppage.
After losing that fight, somehow Dubois got to fight for the WBA interim title in his very next fight, which ultimately led to his chance against Bryan. However, he bounced back to winning ways by capturing the WBA interim gold via second-round stoppage against Bogdan Dinu.
Young, hungry fighter who's capable, who can punch, can jab.
Usyk is the former undisputed world cruiserweight champion, marking him as only the second undisputed cruiserweight champion during the division's relatively brief history, and the only one during the modern 4-belt era.
Bringing Usyk to heavyweight will bring some new spirit to heavyweight division.
After conquering the cruiserweight division, Usyk moved up to heavyweight in 2019, tested the waters in his first bout with Chaz Witherspoon.
I was asked a question, whom do I like to fight? And of course I named the 3 best heavyweights today in the division. And if you want to be the best, you have to fight with the best one. These guys today are the best ones.
He then jumped into a big test with Derek Chisora, before becoming world champion against Anthony Joshua, where he ripped the belts away from the defending titlist on foreign soil.
Me and Anthony are going to make another step in history.
They first met in the ring in September 2021, and it was one-sided unanimous decision win to the European visitor at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. AJ got his tactics completely wrong, trying to box with a boxer, and parted ways with his longtime trainer Robert McCracken not long after.
So I never thought Joshua would allow Usyk to get in the game that quick.
In the rematch, 11 months later, one judge scored the bout 115 to 113 to AJ, even though Usyk outlanded him in 9 of the 12 rounds. But fortunately, the other two officials at ringside did their jobs correctly and scored it the rightful winner.
Usyk, he looked great with Joshua, but he didn't look that good with Chisora and Witherspoon, actually.
Most people give Dubois very little chance of winning, as he looked poor in his last fight against Kevin Lerena last December, and some would argue that the fight should have been stopped in the first round after he was dropped 3 times by the South African.
Unfortunately, I don't see anything that may bring success to Daniel Dubois.
The only reason Dubois is being given the opportunity to fight Usyk is he won the secondary WBA title last year by stopping Trevor Bryan in the 4th round.
He can hit really hard, so if he can manage to land a punch on him and get him hurt, get him in trouble, then yeah, he's definitely got a puncher's chance.
Despite the huge size advantage, Dubois has a mountain to climb going up against the 2012 Olympic gold medalist Usyk, as he's world's better and far more experienced as a pro and amateur. There is an enormous gulf in talent between both fighters, and that is demonstrable.
We know he's big, he can punch, he has a reach.
The only question is if Dubois can use his size and power to overcome Usyk's technical superiority, and the odds suggest that he can't.
We're going to have to take his legs away from him, break his body.
One thing we should see from Dubois is a positive, aggressive performance.
Hit him anything above the waist, whack it, stake it.
He won't make the same mistakes as AJ and try to box against such a top, world-class, skillful fighter.
Don't try and box Usyk because he's a masterful boxer, so therefore we have to draw him into fighting our type of fight.
He should do what he does best and be explosive.
He's very dynamic and dynamite, that's hence why it's Triple D.
Dynamite will always have that puncher's chance. This is the heavyweights, where one punch changes everything.
Carefully, and now,
I've got to show my age, my youth, and my speed and power, and put that all on the night.
The Brit's best shot is to get right up close to the champion from the first bell, to bully him, sit on his chest and follow him around the ring, the same way that Chisora did.
And I'll be hitting him to the head, body, wherever it hurts. I just keep hitting him there.
The strength Dubois speaks about will be his biggest weapon, knowing catching Usyk with one punch of power could end the Ukrainian's reign.
He's big, he has a long reach, he can punch.
Usyk's movement, technical skills, and overall ability give him a tremendous advantage over the slow-moving Dubois, who doesn't look cut out to be fighting against elite-level fighters in the division.
Every heavyweight fighter's dream to fight for all the belts, unified title.